mountain-grown coffee for richer flavors.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my art channel after like 4 months of inactivity. Today's video is gonna be all about like, I don't know, new beginnings, I guess. So I'm beginning a new sketchbook, as the title says, probably says. It's a Strathmore art journal for like mixed media. It's also the beginning of like my new channel. Same channel, but I just changed the name to something a little more personal, I guess. My old channel name was Accio Artwork, and I don't know, I kind of cringe at it. It was fun, but it's not really unique or something that I'd want to stick to for the rest of my life. But yeah, I have my plant, I have the sketchbook, I have my copy, and I guess we could just jump right into it. This is my old sketchbook. All right, so first off, I'd like to mention that this is a soft cover sketchbook, which I'm kind of scared of. It already has dents and stuff, but I expected that because of the reviews on Amazon saying that it dents easily. I don't really care about dents. I just want it to like survive because I'm an extremely clumsy person, but I don't mind it being battered. I just wanted to keep it together, you know? So, yeah. I'm just gonna put this on a tripod. 1 second. Okay, so my plan for the first page, or not even the first page, this page and this page is gonna flop because you're going to fail, destroy the first page of your sketchbook, and then come back a month and a half later. Okay, so for this sketch here, it's basically like event art piece. Don't ask me what it means because I honestly don't have a clear answer. I inked over it with this really cool pen. I'll put it on the screen because I don't want to mispronounce it. And I also sketched it with Col-Erase pencils, which work beautifully on this paper. Like, I'm actually shocked by how good the Col-Erase pencils work. It's a really detailed piece, I guess, which is probably the most detail I've done in a piece for a really long time. But I wanted to make it as like complicated as possible just to see how much the paper can take, because there's going to be a lot of color layers on this thing. Yeah, I started coloring in this clip. I'm using White Night watercolors and a couple other stuff put in the palette. I don't know. I might do a palette thing. I might do one. Maybe. So yeah, I try to make the lighting dramatic, but I don't think I made it as dramatic as I could have in the end results, right? Like, I feel like I could have gone darker, but I was scared. But the paper takes watercolors very well because it's a grainy paper, but it's not too grainy. I don't really like cold press paper, like thick cold press paper for sketchbooks. They don't really work because then you don't feel like sketching in them. You just feel like using it as professional paper, I guess. I mentioned it earlier in like the pros and cons of my old sketchbook. But yeah, marker also works amazing on this sketchbook. Like, it made the shadows way more dramatic. I also used Prismacolor Premier pencils to line the ghost thingies. The markers leak through to the other side of the paper, obviously, But what surprised me was the Prismacolor pencils didn't smudge to the other side. I had my sketchbook closed for a couple days, nothing smudged, thankfully. So I think I might even be able to do colored pencil pieces in this thing, since the paper isn't too rough, but also isn't super smooth. So yeah, I'm just finishing up, adding little details and highlights and whatnot. Overall, I think it's a pretty solid paper quality. Of course, like Strathmore is pretty good at papers. So yeah, I guess what's left is tape peeling time. I'm not a big fan of tape peeling for some reason. Like, I'd rather do the tape peeling. That's what makes me feel ASMR. Yeah. But yeah, the tape didn't rip the paper at all, which was awesome. Also, tissue paper, when lifting watercolor, didn't tear the paper. So basically the paper is pretty strong. It doesn't tear easily. So that's a really good thing about it. Even my old sketchbook, even though it was arguably higher quality than this one, the paper tore. Yeah, tore. That's the past tense of tear. Welcome to the final thoughts part of the video. If you skipped here, that was a very smart decision. The Prismacolors didn't rub off onto the other page, so that was great. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how the sketch turned out. Markers, these ones here, did leak on the other page, but it's not too bad. Like, it didn't spread off to this paper. It did spread off a tiny bit on the old sheet I had in between. So, just a fair warning. But it was only a tiny bit. Now, because my thoughts usually take me on long tangents, and this video is already pretty long, I'm just going to put a concise, hopefully legible list of like the pros and the cons. Just to summarize my feelings on this sketchbook. But yeah, I think that's about it for this video. If you have any questions on the sketchbook, if I wasn't clear about anything, please feel free to comment your questions down below. I try to respond and like heart every single comment. Also, if you have this sketchbook and want to point out anything in particular, like a specific supply that doesn't work on it, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments as well. So yeah, I think that's about it. Thanks for watching, and like and subscribe if you want to. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video, which may come sooner than you think because I already have it filmed. Bye.